Welcome back everyone, I'm K-Plays Games, this is EVE Online, and we're taking a little short break from our little series on pirate and faction cruisers for running combat anomalies and DED sites, because we, in our last episode in the Phantasm, found a DED 5 out of 10, and it was in highsec. Me being me and being prepared, I have stationed across the galaxy several ships like the one you see before you. This is a heavy assault cruiser, a Tech 2 cruiser. I have them stationed around all over the galaxy so I can run any 5 out of 10s I find. So let's take a look at this thing, shall we? This is a Muninn. Muninn were changed not so long ago from being turret ships to being missile ships. And here are the stats of the Muninn. For each level of the Heavy Assault Cruiser skill, you get a 5% bonus to Heavy Missile and Heavy Assault Missile explosion velocity. That is damage application. So at level 5, like I have, you get an extra 25% bonus to your explosion velocity. And you get a 5% bonus to Light Missile, Heavy Missile and Heavy Assault Missile Launcher rate of fire. So again, at level 5, that's 25%, and that's rate of fire, so that's damage. And for each level of the Minmatar Cruiser skill, you get 5% bonus to Light Missile, Heavy Missile and Assault Missile damage. And that's not locked to any one damage type, like some ships, like the Kandari ships, only get that to kinetic. This gets it to everything. So there's 25% damage from the Minmatar Cruiser skill, 25% more rate of fire, that's damage, and it applies really well. And it also gets a 3% bonus to all shield and armour resistances. So at level 5, you'll get 15% bonus to all of those. And the roll bonus is static. You get a 50% reduction in microwatt drive signature radius penalty, and it can fit assault damage controls. Let's take a look at the fit as I have made it. High slots, 5 Heavy Assault Missile Launcher 2, loaded with Mjolnir Rage Heavy Assault Missiles. That's because we're going to be fighting Blood Raiders and we need to be doing EM damage, so that's what we've done. Mid-power slots, we have a large compact cat battery, of course, our best friend, and we've got a compact afterburner. But even this compact afterburner is pushing this ship out to 724 meters a second, and that's quite fast. The other 2 mid slots are taken up by 2 Tech 2 missile guidance computers with missile range grips for a very specific reason, which I shall explain shortly. And the 2 rigs are a hydraulic bay thruster, which increases the missile velocity, which is range, and we also have the rocket fuel cache partition, also Tech 2, and that is missile flight time. So they're both range. So we've got range and range and range and range. That's because in the third and final room of this site, there are 3 web towers that spawn between 45 and 60 kilometers, so we need to be able to hit out to that range to get those off the board. Otherwise, our 724 meters a second will go to effectively 0, and we will be killed even though this ship's got an amazing tank. We'll talk about the tank in a moment. So even with the 2 range rigs and the 2 scripted Tech 2 guidance computers, we still only get 34 kilometers with our Mjolnir Rage. That's not a problem. In cargo, I have some Javelins, which are the Tech 2 long-range missiles. And there we go, we get a respectable 61 kilometers. The DPS is only 467, but 467 is enough to kill web towers. That's all we really need to do. In fact, in the third room, there is a blitz you can do. The first 2 rooms you have to full clear to open the gates. In the third room, you kill the web towers, you kill the boss, and the boss in this case is just a ship. It's either a cruiser or battle cruiser, I can't remember which. It doesn't take very much to kill, so I'll kill him, bookmark his wreck, warp out, let the site despawn, warp back to the bookmark, pick up the loot and be on our merry way. I'm not doing a full clear. I could do, but I can't be bothered. Right, the low slots, we have 2 medium armour repairer 2s, which combined give us 81.8 hit points a second effective. We also have another range module here, which I forgot to mention, a compact missile guidance enhancer. You'll notice there's quite a few compact things on this ship. That's because the CPU is really tight. There's another one there, a compact ballistic control, and 2 Tech 2 ballistic controls. We couldn't quite fit a third Tech 2 ballistic control, not enough CPU for that. So at 60 kilometers, we will get 467 DPS, and at 0 to 34 kilometers, we get a very respectable 743. We do have some drones. We had 25 cubic meter drone bay and 25 megabit a second bandwidth, so I'll put 5 Acolyte 2s. They can take care of frigates and destroyers as I'm killing the cruisers, battle cruisers and battleships. Now you will notice, the sharp-eyed among you, that there are 0 resistance modules on this ship. We are going purely on skills, but it's good because we're an armour tank and we've got 92% EM resist and 73% thermal damage resist. That's pretty damn good. If you look at this little note I made of all the Blood Raiders, we're going to be meeting things like Corpus Harbingers, which do 56% EM, 44%, Archbishops, 56-44, maybe some Bishops, 56-44. You see the theme here, most of them are like 55-45 split. The frigates are more 50-50, but usually it's like the big things we need to take care of. So, let's do some mathematics, shall we? Right, let's say the enemy shoots us with a shot, which, if we had no resistances, does 100 damage. Right, we know that 55% of that, i.e. 55 damage, is EM, but that's shooting against a 92% damage reduction. So 55% minus 92% means only 4.4 damage gets through of that 55. Of the original 100 damage which hit us, 45% of that is thermal, and that's shooting against a 73% resistance, so 12.15 of that will get through. Add those together, we get 16.55 damage from the original 100. That means you've got an effective resistance to Blood Raiders of 83.45. But we can take this further. We know that we repair 81.8 hit points a second. So we've just worked out how much damage we'll get through. It's 16.55. So if we divide 81.8 by 16.55, that gives us 4.94. So we multiply that by 100 to stop it being a percentage, and we get 494. That is how much damage has to hit us every second just to match our tank. To get through our tank, they'll need one more DPS, so they'll need 495 DPS to hit our ship every second to slowly beat our tank, and that will be reducing our armour by 1 hit point a second. And we've got 2800 hit points, and that means it will take about 40 minutes for them to kill our ship, and that's if everything hits. This ship has a really small signature radius. There's no shield extenders, there's no micro-warp drive, it's just 125 meters signature radius, and it's fast. It's 724 meters a second. That means things like missiles will be doing less damage because we're small and we're fast, and laser turrets, which is what most of the Blood Raiders will be fighting, will just miss us entirely because they're small and fast. So they need to hit us with 495 DPS to break our tank, and I don't think they're going to be able to do that at all. One thing we could have done is to remove one of the ballistic control systems and replace it with a thermal armour hardener. That pushes the thermal all the way up to 88. So let's very quickly run the math on that. We get hit with 100 damage, 55% of that is EM and hitting a 92% resistance, so only 4.4 gets through, same as last time. This time 45% of the thermal is hitting an 88% resistance, so now only 5.4 of that is getting through. That means a grand total of 9.8 of the original 100 damage is getting through. And when we do the math on that, that works out that the enemy need to hit this ship with 835 DPS a second to be able to break the tank on this. That is a ludicrously large tank. Do we need that much tank? No, we do not. We don't even need the 495. Now the damage has gone down to 665 by doing that, but it tanks a lot more. But obviously we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be doing the original fit, which does 743 damage. Now that is 11.72% more DPS. That's a significant amount. But of course it's tanking like much less, but you just don't need that much tank. So that's enough explanation and mathematics. Let's actually undock and run this 5 out of 10 site, shall we?
Warp drive active.
And you get some introductory blurb telling you that they're not usually involved with the drug trade. That's more a separatist thing. But here we are, Psychotropics Depot. We know that the ship is cap stable, so we'll turn everything on. Now, one thing we do need to be careful of are the battleships. The battleships in this site will have energy neutralizers. That's a bad thing, because we're an active tank. Our tank won't do anything if we don't have any cap to run it. Now, luckily, they have a range of 25 kilometers, so if we can keep the battleships between 30 and 31k, we'll be good. So let's right-click the keep it range, set it to 30,000, and let's go.
Warp drive active.
Okay, it's telling us to look out for the exsanguinator. Apparently that's the boss of this room. And I'm not seeing an exsanguinator, so the exsanguinator is probably the boss of the whole site. Okay, it looks like 3 groups. Let's attack this group at the back. I'm just going to double click somewhere near them. I don't want to directly approach. Well, they've all aggressed me anyway. Well, the whole room's aggressed, that's great. Right, drones, kill them. I'll just unselect that. Okay, we're now in range. Here we go. One of the other E-Wars that Blood Raiders can do is tracking disruption, but guess what? I don't care. I use missiles. My light drones have decided to attack cruisers. It's probably because the frigates weren't in range. That's okay. We'll sort that out. We'll kill this cruiser, then the drones will probably go and attack a frigate. There we go. Let's just blap this cruiser. Again, we're getting fairly close to this battleship, but it's not actually neuting us because it's an oracle. I believe the ones that neut are the archbishops and harbingers. Low shield warning. Pfft, who cares about that? I'm a dual rep armor tank. Good, looks like the drones are doing what they should do in killing frigates. Yes, they are. It's nice that this room's basically 3 groups. It's 1 group here, 1 group there, 1 group there. Very easy to deal with. I'm just going to double click towards this next group. Might as well get myself over there as we kill things. You may be fast, but we're not that fast. Smashing everything. Good. That doesn't drop anything. That doesn't drop anything. None of the other cargo pads drop anything. There's no loot to be had in this room at all. Like, at all, at all. I don't want these guys. I want that and that. Okay, that's a harbinger. That's probably going to neut us if we let it. So we'll just fly over there. There's 2 cruisers down here. Let's double click towards them because they're actually red box, which means they're firing. They're missing, but they're fighting. Not very much is hitting us. The only things that are hitting us are the frigates because they've got good tracking. And I don't think frigates are going to be doing 495 DPS. So, yeah, we'll be fine. We haven't even lost our shield yet, and we've destroyed the first group. Another fun thing about this ship, it only costs 210 million. Heavy assault cruisers are really cheap, and they're deadly overpowered. Right, let's keep that harbinger at range. Apparently the drones have split fire. Hey, look everyone, the drones have split fire. Okay, we're now being neuted, and that was just as we slingshotted and slowed down to pull range on the harbinger. It did get 1 little cycle of energy neutralization off, and the drones are now attacking the battleship for some reason. Oh, 4 of them are. One of them's just dicking around up here. One of these days, focus fire will work, and the universe will probably explode. It's like the other group are getting a little bit close as well. Yeah, we're kind of surrounded now, but that's fine. And there's the Archbishop. As long as the Archbishop doesn't get within 25k, we'll be fine. We'll smash the Bishop next. It's only a battle cruiser. Battle cruisers explode as soon as you look at them. Haven't even had to reload yet, and we've almost killed the second group. Right, I'm just going to keep the Archbishop at range. Well, interestingly,
A module has run out of charges.
the Archbishop seems to be trying to orbit us at like 35, which is obviously the best for its weapons, but that means
A module has run out of charges.
it's not in newt range.
A module has run out of charges.
That's interesting. No, drones, don't attack the battlecruiser. Kill the frigates, please. Frigates for drones. Missiles for everything else. So yeah, room 1's pretty chill actually. You could probably do this in a healer or even a normal, maybe a Tech 1 cruiser if you had 2 reps and flew really carefully. But this is certainly not a problem. I think the Phantasm we used to generate this site cost about 360 million. This thing's 210. So yeah. Heavy assault cruisers be absolutely incredible. They used to be really long range, and then CCP decided that everyone in nullsec was using them too much as long range. So they changed them to be short range brawlers, but they massively improved the tank. And as I've already proven, well, with Tech 2 long-range missiles and no less than 5 range modules and rigs, we can still hit out to 60k on this thing. But it's got a much better tank than it ever did. Okay, we're getting a little bit neuted just because we're kind of approaching the gate. We're not really keeping the battleship at range anymore because I don't think we have to care that much. If I cared about cap, I'd just turn off one of the armour reps and only turn it back on if I had to. Or just approach the gate. Let the drones kill the last 2 frigates. Just about timed that nicely. Right, what is our range? 34. Right, looks like we're going to get in range of the sentry gun. We'll just kill that just before we leave. Bring the drones back. Easy peasy. Try not to bounce off this bit of scenery. Double click past it. And the drones arrived at the same time as the turret died. Excellent. Let's go. Into room 2.
Warp drive active.
And we'll turn the other armour repairer back on. That was just to let the cap recharge a little bit. Okay, looks like 4 groups and a crap ton of turrets. Right, let's kill all the turrets. Kill all the turrets right now. Kill them all. And the whole room has aggressed. That's not fantastic. Right, I'm going to get moving. Just going to double click straight up. Spit out the drones. They can do whatever they want. And these sentry guns have either got really good resistances or they're really tiny. And they must be really tiny because they haven't got any great resistances and it's taken us ages to kill them. We're only getting like 95. And the drones have instantly split their fire because, of course. Why wouldn't they? Okay, let's get rid of these battle cruisers. I'm seeing an Oracle battleships wise, and scroll down. There's a Harbinger there, a Monsieur there, Apostle, Oracle, Apostle, Monsieur. Okay, I think only the Harbinger is going to try and hit us, so I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of kiting all this group as I kill this group. These guys have got long range beam lasers, so they're firing at me, but it's not doing them any good. Focus fire. Should drones focus their efforts on a single enemy? Yes. Have they done that? No. Has that ever worked correctly? Also no. Okay, we're getting a little bit too far away from these guys now. We're getting a little bit out of range, so we'll just double click straight down. Get rid of this cruiser. And it's not an elite cruiser, it's got very low EM resist, which is what we're shooting at it with. Right, I think we'll take care of these two battleships next, so I'm just going to double click straight between them, fly right between them, boom, there they go. And the drones are off doing something. Are they attacking gun turrets? Yep, that's fine. You can tell from the crisscross webs, pretty much everything's missing. Not very much is hitting us. Good, some of the frigates. Oh, good, they killed that gun turret and they're moving on to the frigates, which have now moved into range. That's good. I mean, this site is not particularly difficult. Before the Muninn was missiles, it used to have a bit of trouble. Because obviously, keeping your tracking correct in the range is a little bit of a yuck. But it seems fine these days. Before this was a missile ship, I used to use a Claymore, which is a Tech 2 battlecruiser. A command ship, and command ships are just like bigger, badder versions of hacks. Slightly slower, slightly more damage, slightly more everything, really. Okay, we got a little too close to something. What's neuting us? Harbinger. Okay. Click towards the gate.
A module has run out of charges. A module has run out of charges. A module has run out of charges.
Don't you hate when you reload just before something dies? That's so annoying. Like, drones, why are you attacking a battleship? Why are you attacking a... Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, we're actually getting quite severely neutered, so I'm going to turn off my second armour rep. Yeah, I'm just going to keep the Harbinger at range. I should probably kill it, actually. Right, drones, if you could kill the destroyers, that would be great. Yep, let's kill the Harby. Because that is the thing which is causing us the newt trouble, or was. It's now not neuting us because I'm out of range, which means I can turn on my other armour rep. Because we're now not going at 700 metres a second, we're just bouncing around. We're matching the speed to the Harbinger at the moment. Good, drones are attacking a gun turret, it's dead, it's good. Hopefully they'll go on this destroyer next. Tank's fine. There's only one more frigate left. Okay, fair enough. Drones have swept the field. And the Harbinger's dead. Right, now we can get back up to speed. Banzai, baby, let's go. No, all the drones on the frigate, please. Thank you. I don't believe there's anything else in this pocket which is going to neut us. And there's a lot of battle cruisers in this pocket, actually, to tell the truth. Don't know what the drones are attacking. Probably a cruiser. Yeah, that's fine. They can just do their own thing. I'll catch up with them later. Let's sort by icon so we can see all the battle cruisers. Get them all locked up. Yeah, there's 4 cruisers, 5 battleships, and an assortment of battle cruisers. Not a huge issue. Not for a heavy assault cruiser, at least. Battle cruisers die nice and fast, as we can see. And to click back towards the gate. Don't want to get too far away. Don't want to kite the gate completely. In fact, let's just keep a battleship at range. Because we're going to have to go up there and kill them anyway. So we'll do some of that. Nice big chunky hits on these big fat battle cruisers. Multiple, like 300-400 damage per missile. It's gorgeous. There you go, 234, 234. Lovely. One more battle cruiser to go. There we go. For some reason, I'm not hearing any weapon sounds at all.
A module has run out of charges.
I might as well reload that one as well then. Okay. Apparently world level is weapons. There we go. Again, even though we're barely moving, everything's just missing, and the only things that are hitting are just splashing off. Tech 2 resistances for the win, yo. Hey, drones have nearly killed that cruiser, all on the little lonesome. Hey, there they go. They've killed it. Looks like they were having a little tickle at this oracle as well. Silly droneses. Go, missiles, go. Just approaching the gate just so I can drag everything closer to the gate, because they're orbiting me, so if I move closer to the gate it means I've got less to move to kill them all. I mean, Blood Raiders do newt and they do weapon disruption, but nothing has tried to weapon disrupt me. And the only things that newt are the Harbingers and the other ones, which I can't remember. It's not Apostle, it's the other one. So only a couple of battleships have tried to newt me in each pocket, and we've just kited them and killed them. I mean, it's no major... Again, experience will teach you which ships newt and what range they newt at, so I know keep battleships at 25k and they won't newt us. I'm not going to do a full loot on this site because I can't be bothered. I'd have to buy a salvaging ship and then come back and get all this crap. I mean, you can if you want, feel free. I'm quite happy with the bounty. All these big fat battleships and battle cruisers at over 100k each. Lovely. Right, let's go up and get this Apostle. Just reload my guns on the way up. Missiles, I should say. So yeah, room 2, not a hassle. Again, there was only one, maybe two newting battleships in the whole pocket. Not a problem. Right, we're close enough now. Let's open fire. Hopefully all the missile hits will be exactly the same. Let's just drag this up a bit. 190, yep, that's good. Let's check the math. So these do 334 each. $334. Multiply that by 0.57, because that's how much it gets through its shield. 190. That was exactly what we were doing. So that means we had perfect application. Mathematics is wonderful. I didn't have time to check what we were doing on the armour, but the armour is the same resist as that, so we know if we see 190... Why am I opening fire? I'm too far away. When we see 190 hits on that ship from our missiles, that means we are applying perfectly. Our damage minus its resistances, perfect. Right, we're in range, open fire. Hope we get 190s. Let's have a look. 180s. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, he's got slightly better resistances, that's why. It's 334 multiplied by 0.54, because he's got 46 resist, and that's 180. So we are indeed getting perfect damage application. As you would expect, fighting medium missiles at a big fat battleship. Right, that's enough. Bring the drones back. They're not really doing anything. I'm going to approach the gate. And before we go to room 3, I have to remember to reload to the Javelin missiles. Reload to Javelin. And I'm going to click this icon header to sort by icon. I could have sorted by name as well, but icon's easier. That means I'll be able to spot the 3 gun towers, the 3 web towers, much easier. Right, let's go through the gate. Check the range, 61k. Okay, 3 web towers, kill the boss, bookmark the boss's wreck, get out. Here we are. Blood Raider Stasis Tower, found them. That, and that need to die straight away. Where is the boss? Exsanguinator, there he is, he's a battle cruiser. The tank's going to take a beating until we can get these things down. There's one down. Again, we're completely surrounded, everything's aggressed. We need to get the speed up. We're still webbed, because it will take time for the missiles to fly. And because we're slow, that's why we're taking so much damage. That's 2 webs down, speed's going up, which means damage taken will go down, and then back up as things approach. Come on, little ship, you can do it. Get rid of the last web tower. Get yourself up to 700 meters a second. There we go. Right, kill the boss. I'm not doing a full clear, can't be bothered. I'm not even going to fly in and try and grab the loot in a flyby. 99 damage. Okay, this guy's got decent resist then. 334 times 0.51. 170. Okay, we have not got perfect application. Because this guy is smaller and faster than a battleship. So we're only doing 99. 99 out of 170. So we're only actually doing 58% application. We're only applying 58%. Oh no, it's not 334, is it? No, it's not. Idiot, it's 193. We're firing the high damage missiles. We probably are doing perfect application then. Yeah, we were. That's fine. 193 because he's got 0 hull res. My mistake. We were doing perfect application. Exsanguinator's destroyed. Bookmark the wreck. Save location. Do that. Open the thing. Make sure it took. Yes, it did. And warp to station. Let's go.
Warp drive active.
There's no point hanging around to kill everything. I mean, you can get a few more million in bounty and stuff, but I don't care. All I want is what's in his wreck. So we'll just disappear. Off we go. Wait for this opportunities to despawn. It'll go away because it'll recognise, there you go. So now the site has despawned. I'll give it a minute or so, and then I'll go back and pick up the loot in the wreck and hope we get a big payout. 5 out of 10s can reach 600 million, believe it or not. We walked in a little bit too soon. The site has not despawned. It's disappeared, but it hasn't despawned, so we'll just go back to the station. And we'll wait another couple of minutes. Easy peasy.
Warp drive active.
Another way to tell if the site has despawned or not is when you right click and warp to the wreck. If you get the blurb
active
popping up, then the site's still there.
Warp drive active.
And now this time, when we right clicked to warp to the wreck, we did not get the introductory blurb. That tells us the site has now finally despawned. And we can go and get our loot in safety. Fingers crossed, everyone. Let's see what we got. Here it is, our little wreck. And we got... Hey, 168 million ISK. Not terrible, not great. This is a 100% drop rate. You always get this. So you always get at least 43.2 million in loot from this site, plus all the bounties from rooms 1 and 2, and if you do a full clear, room 3. So without that, we're still looking at 125. That's worth 6.2. Dark Blood Explosive Armor Hardener, 55% resist, same as a Tech 2. That's why it's only 6 million. A Corpum B-type kinetic energized membrane. This requires no capacitor and it still provides 44%. Now, a Tech 2 kinetic hardener, which does use cap, only gives you 55. So this is 44. That's pretty damn good. And we got a Corpum B-type energy neutralizer worth 114. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And the rest of it's just garbage. So that is not bad. 125 plus that, 168 million. Not too shabby. So that was the 5 out of 10 Blood Raider site, which we found by mistake in highsec. So yeah, Heavy Assault Cruisers for the win. Come back next time and we'll take out another faction and pirate cruiser and go looking for more Blood Raider sites. Hopefully 4 or 10, so maybe another 5. If you get another 5, we will of course run it again in this, and I'll show you what loot we got. I'm not going to show you the full site again. Anyway, look after yourself until we see each other again, and I'll talk to you again soon.